Hi everyone, it's Jenny Dang. I'm currently in San Francisco. For dinner tonight, we're having Nisei. Let's see if it's worth the travel.
Here, if you have a hitachi, this is marinated peach and egg chrysanthemum. On the bottom, we have a lemon aioli. And on top is a shiodashi caviar bread.
So this is going to be a little bit of sawara, which is a type of Spanish mackerel, which you get from Toyosu Market in Tokyo. So the fish undergoes a couple of days of dry aging here. And we have it paired with 3 different accoutrements as well. So on the right are going to be threads of miyoga, which is similar to ginger. And then on the top here, slices of Concord grape. We call these our budoboshi, or grape pickles. Done in a very similar style to umeboshi, kind of a nice light sourness to it. And then on the left is a house-made walnut miso as well. So we definitely recommend getting all these flavors in one bite together here. Cheers. Moving into a broth course next here. We'll start with the contents of the bowls and build a little intrigue for this last component here. This is going to be our pine nut miso. So we make a pine nut milk in-house, then it gets emulsified with saikyo miso, which is a slightly sweeter varietal, which we're getting from Shared Cultures Company over in Mission. So just dotting the top as well, we finish with the spruce tip oil for additional pine aromatics. You'll also find whole pickled pine nuts floating in the broth as well here. And so this is going to be the last thing, which I'll be shaving on top. In the close here, we have fresh matsutake mushrooms. Really, this is a really special ingredient for our kitchen. This type of mushroom is considered a delicacy in the Japanese cuisine in the autumn time. But also, very specifically, it's only found growing in the Japanese island chain and the Pacific Northwest. So very Japanese Californian in that sense there. We like to use the fresh mushrooms where you get the most intense aromatics. Just be a little fresh shaving on top of each bowl here.
So this is our seared Maine scallop. I know we usually like to serve either California or Japanese seafood, but these Maine scallops are just too good to pass up. Underneath we have some braised kabocha squash, all surrounded by hickory squash puree. Really feeling the seasonal produce there, with a dot of toasted pumpkin seed oil on each one. On top there is fresh sliced gooseberry, and in between the layers you'll find a cherry kosho. Enjoy.
Thank you, Ian. So this next course we have here for you is pretty special with where it lands on our menu. This is our unagi course. We've actually had some sort of unagi on every iteration of our menu since we opened in August of 2021, so it's definitely one of Chef David's favorite proteins to work with. As opposed to a lot of the unagi that you see here in the States, where it's broken down already and pre-packaged with tare, we're actually flying in the eels fresh from Japan and breaking them down here ourselves, just so that we can maintain a really lovely texture with each cook here. So this is one that I would really call a labor of love. We've actually been slow cooking your portions of unagi since the two of you sat down here this evening. So this entire time our grill chef has been periodically moving it from the high heat to the low heat end of our Binchoten charcoal grill, painting on a little bit of house-made tare on the outside, so it gives it that really beautiful caramel color. Underneath is agabatashi eggplants. This is eggplant that was fried yesterday, marinated overnight, and then fried once more. Over the top of the unagi itself is going to be Mount Shasta wasabi, as well as citrus lace. And then to the front of your plates, you'll find Shibazuke eggplant, which is eggplant that's been pickled with the incorporation of purple shiso. So it picks up a little bit of that rich flavor as well as a little bit of that purple hue. And lastly, I have an unagi bone broth here that I'm going to be pouring over the top. So since we break down the eels here in-house, we're left behind with the bones and the spines here of the eel. And we use that to make a really rich dashi broth that really helps to kind of enhance and accentuate every other flavor you already have present on the dish. Enjoy.
You go for your next dish here. This is our squab that we dry aged for about 5 days, and then we smoke and grilled on our binchotan just like the unagi. This is lacquered with a little bit of apple jus. The apples that we're using actually are right next to it. These are Lucy Rose apples that we compressed and then grilled to order as well, with a little bit of garnish of fresh tarragon. It's drizzled with a mixture of squab jus and apple juice. On the side, we have a squab liver mousse sandwiched between nori and then a little bit of lacto-fermented turnips to eat in between bites. This dish is paying an homage to an ancient practice that hunters would use. Essentially, they would defeather the game birds and then put it over an open hearth, open fire. And then they would lightly lacquer it with kare, which is a mixture of soy, sugar, and dashi. And actually, that's where the term teriyaki comes from. Yaki is open fire, like you would get yakitori. And so, enjoy, please. Caviar is okay, and chicken broth is okay. All right, no mustard. We have the grilled unagi that is also very good to the market. So we have our own sourdough starter. We named Albert. We've had him for about 3 months now. And we make mixing with protein flour. And Anna, he's here with you. Also brought so just one here. So why don't you just take a snack? That is a good next time. Definitely.
Your next course, this is a take on hayashi rice. So usually hayashi rice has beef, onions, and mushrooms and demi-glace sauce. This one I substituted in abalone instead. So it has braised abalone, and we braise so it still has a little texture. On the bottom you have mochi rice, and on the bottom of everything you have king trumpet mushroom that's confit in wagyu fat. To the side, pearl onion pickled in soy sauce, and then in the middle is the demi-glace itself. We take demi-glace and we make it very traditionally French style, but then we blend in abalone liver at the end and finish with black pepper. All right. Cheers.
For this one, we're leading into a traditional tea called the bukucha, which roughly translates to good fortune tea. But it's a New Year's tradition that came about in the 1950s. The current emperor, Murakami, was spending some time traveling in Kyoto during the holiday. And he started getting pretty ill, but one of the shrines he was staying at offered him this exact tea, and it brought him back to health relatively quickly. So after that point, he kind of declared that it's a good tea to drink for good health in the new year. So serving it all month here as well. But inside of the tea cups here is going to be full umeboshi, as well as a little bit of kombu seaweed tied into a knot. So ume has been a very long time a symbol of good health in Japan, but also the seaweed when tied in this specific type of knot represents prosperity as well. So both of these components are cold brewed and steeped into genmai cha, which is what we'll be serving here for you. I'll pass these off to both of you in a moment here. This is just going to be something to sip on as you enjoy the desserts. This one here. I hope you enjoy. Inside of the box for both of you, it's going to be a sweet and savory cookie roll pastry. It's kind of an unusual combination of ingredients here. The filling is going to be made with the dashi-infused white chocolate cream. We're doing a crinkle top with brown sugar, also a little bit of nori powder, and then lastly finishing with select sturgeon caviar, the steak you enjoyed earlier on top. Definitely recommend enjoying this one in one bite here. Cheers!
For this course, we're featuring a caracara orange foam at the bottom here, hiding a pedestal of orange and yogurt sorbet. On top of that is a little cup made from cacao butter and filled with a diplomat cream. In that cream, you'll find segments of fresh caracara orange, as well as some kanten jelly with citrus and some shiso and shiso oil as well. At the very top is a bit more of the same sorbet as the bottom. So a lot of really fun preparations of the same caracara oranges. Definitely recommend trying all the textures and flavors together. Thank you.
will have pumpkin pierin, almost like Japanese flan. They sell it everywhere, including 7-Eleven. This is better quality, though, I can assure you. Now, in between those two pierins, you will have a salted caramel miso custard topped with candied pepitas. And on the left-hand side, butternut squash chips imitating ginkgo leaves. The fun part, if you didn't notice already, we will have an Okinawa brown sugar, Haitian rum, and coffee liqueur flambe.
This is just going to be a little display cards for some up-close looks at everything we have to offer. But I'll explain all of them, and you just let me know which ones you'd like to try here. It's going to be 2 fruit mochi on the skewer, one with pomegranate and the other one with golden delicious apple. On the other side here we have daifuku, traditional white bean mochi with red bean filling and also a little bit of fresh grape. And then closer to you both, on the top is what we call our black sesame stone. So black sesame mochi here with encore red bean filling. We're also finishing on top with the matcha moss. And then towards the bottom here, this very cute Christmas tree-shaped marshmallow. This is made with matcha peppercorn. And then we have fresh Satsuma mandarin as well here. Yeah, welcome to try a couple or try them all. You just let me know what you're interested in here.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nisei, for the lovely meal. Now it's time for my rating to see if it's worth the travel. All the courses were unique yet comforting. I loved some of the dishes, such as the smoked squab, hayashi abalone, and yakimochi. But some dishes didn't fascinate me too much. So for the food, it's a 3.8. For dinner, it's $193, making it a 4 for the price. To start, the staff were so attentive that they switched out my original white napkin for a black one since I was wearing a black dress. The detailed thoughtfulness of not wanting the white lint to show on my dress is the perfect above and beyond service. When it comes to the food, all the courses were presented beautifully and explained in detail. Also, it was such a lovely touch for one of the chefs to step out and present the unagi course to us. To end the night, we were also given a gift of cold brew matcha to take home. The service is a 5 out of 5. The restaurant is located in Russian Hill of San Francisco, where it's walking distance of the famous Fisherman Wharf, Ghirardelli Chocolate Experience, and Lombard Street. so it's a 5 for the location. The overall rating is 4.45, which makes it worth international travel. So it doesn't matter where you're traveling from, Nisei is 100% worth the visit. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.